Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is a message for the Libra collective, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement really. This is coming through a message that wants to come through before this major storm that we're supposed to be getting in the US anyway. But you could find this message resonates no matter where you are. But I wanted to do a little reading, a bonus reading before this storm. Okay, I want to see what comes through. Current energy. We'll see, if there are any practical or energetic steps you could take before the storm arrives. If there's anything emotionally, whatnot that we need to maybe surrender to, or what's supporting us. How to get more balance, maybe, because storms can really stir up the nervous system, right, for us and for our pets. So we'll see what this is bringing in tarot-wise. We'll use tarot oracle cards, and I'll share channeled messages. Clarity, answers. Okay, so this is about truth, perspective, and knowledge. I'm hearing right now, actually, the power of your words, Libra. People may be relying on you to keep them calm here. Let's see what else we have for the Libra collective. I'm wishing all of you well, by the way. Hopefully we keep having power, right? We want the power on. We have emotions, subconscious. So there's something here about affection, fantasy, maybe. We're going to get a few love messages, by the way. Speaking of affection and fantasy and sensuality and all that, let's see what else we have for the lovely Libras. Libras. Whoa. Okay. Partnership, joint efforts. So this is mutual respect and integration of some kind. What else for Libra? Oh, actually, I'm hearing a name like Sheena right now. And before the reading, I was hearing Margie, Marjorie. You could be someone in spirit, or that's you, or someone you're about to meet, or who knows. Okay. And I heard German chocolate cake. So if that's your favorite or someone else in spirit, drop me a comment. Let me know, because I don't receive anything here by accident. It's always somebody's message. Okay. Well, let's see. We have optimism, newfound hope. So there's inspiration. There's an inner calling here, Libra. We've been talking a lot about, shining brightly. That's been coming through in a lot of readings lately. It will continue to as well. All right, let's get into some tarot. I thought we would use the Winter Weight Redux, considering it's very wintry here. Pretty sure I just saw the Queen of Pentacles. She didn't come out though, but we'll see. This is it's the Sparkle edition. No, Stars edition. It's by Tarot Collectibles. Everything I use is down below. Check out the disclaimer too. Thanks. And let's see what we have for Libra, please. What does Libra need to know? Okay. Libra, current energy right now, as far as what you might need to know. It looks like, so Seven of Swords. Should show you the card, right? Seven of Swords. So this is maybe some sort of current energy around you right now, Libra. You could be feeling as though you're just not quite believing something that either you're not wanting to have to face or rethink, or you feel someone's about to come clean. And that could be, someone could be about to be coming clean to you. You may have caught someone being somewhat dishonest. It can also be you being strategic, moving on from something. Like you get some sort of clarity, you get some sort of knowledge, having a different perspective, and you're like, you know what? Maybe leaving isn't so bad. All right, what else do we have for Libra? What other current energy is surrounding Libra as this storm approaches? So it's definitely a time for pause, right? Nature is encouraging that stillness, the reflection, being grounded. Oh my, and you have the moon. All right. Beautiful card here. And I love that it's coming underneath the subconscious. The moon is a card of subconscious. That's probably why the creator put a full moon on the card. There it is. So this is about, getting in touch with your emotions in some way. And really, with the moon here, it can be facing, maybe some of you are in a mode of fear right now and anxiety. I mean, that's completely understandable, um, regardless of if you're how you have the storm coming your way or not. It can just be sort of collective uneasiness that people pick up on, and those of us who are very sensitive to energy may just be feeling that. And yeah, there's a lot going on with the planet and space storms too, even, and we're affected by that, right? And our animals are as well. Look for a sign of inspiration, though. I do feel that coming in for you. And it could be based on some sort of effort you've been putting into a partnership, a relationship, or something that it's really near and dear to you. It doesn't even have to be a person. Also, with the moon card, there could be some sort of like intuitive message that comes to you that conflicts with something that you already know or think to be true. So it could then cause you to take some sort of necessary action. We'll see. I'm mysterious, right? A little mysterious here. Yeah, let's see what else we have. We have the Four of Swords. This is another card that's been coming up a lot. This is about getting that time for resting, retreating, recovering in some way, right? Contemplating something, having that bit of solitude, those of us who can have that. I'm picking up on aromatherapy, and I actually just heard the name Julie, something like it. And we have Eight of Pentacles. So we have someone working hard here. They're answering their inner calling too. I'm actually picking up on someone, or maybe this is a reminder from source to get, those prepaid phone card type things to make sure you have enough minutes on that. Maybe you're literally in the parking lot just leaving the store because you went and made sure you purchased another card for your minutes or something along those lines. I don't use those, so I'm not familiar, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. So this is also setting high standards for yourself, mastering your craft. Maybe you'll have some time to work on something that's been calling you, or maybe you've been feeling very inspired, and now you'll actually have a little bit of time to work on it, to practice. What else for Libra? Those are some of the current energies coming in. So what kind of steps, like what should Libra be preparing for now? Oh, something good to come in. After that period of stillness, after the pause, after maybe being served up the same old slop for months, years, you have something new coming in here. Be open to those opportunities, though. It's easy to withdraw, to feel discontent, to allow the rejection to rule. But we want to step into that clarity, as this card, the clarity answering arrive. We have to be open to it, right? So be open to new offers, opportunities, and new even company. You could have new company coming in, and you could also have, again, just a bit of information that comes in. It basically changes the way something was presented. It's maybe it's something as simple as the storm's not as bad as we thought, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe it shifts or something. And it could also be unexpected support. I get some of you not wanting some sort of handout, though, because you don't want to owe anybody, but that's not what it's about. Sometimes we're doing others a favor by accepting help, because you know what? It makes them feel good when we allow them to help us. That's just something to chew on, okay? Any of this is, right? Only take what resonates. What else do we have? Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. I'm not surprised to see this. Now you have 444. Okay, I'm just going to pull the card out for you, and it's right here. You are guided and protected, okay? Oh, I have a chill right now. So some of you do need to know this. You are guided and protected. Breathe, Libra. Okay. Angels are watching over you with love and encouragement. So I said you have 444 because you have the four of three different suits here. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you relate it to what's going on right now too. Some of you could be just gathering resources and getting that sort of that stability in place, having a little extra on hand, even if you're not where the storm is approaching. This could be about you needing to really, I feel it's like it's honoring your own calling. I'm going back to that kind of inner calling. And it's really only opening up to the right kind of opportunities, the right kind of people, the things that are in alignment, right? I don't mean anybody's better than anyone else, but some opportunities are better than others. And it's kind of knowing where you stand and being very grounded. We want to try to be very grounded here, okay? These are the kind of steps, practical or energetic steps that you could take now, right? You want to get what you need, tie up loose ends, release the urge to control what is outside of your influence. We cannot change the moon, the stars, the sea. Right? We don't have control over everything. We can only control what we can, right? But I feel that we have a lot more power than we realize. And you know where it comes from? It comes from that. It comes from getting that time to rest, to be in silence even. If you don't do well with silence, music, guided meditation, something, just retreat, find that inner peace and allow for the messages to come in. That's what I feel that partnership has to do. It's a joint effort between you and your higher self, between spirit, God, whoever you believe in, right? Source. Allowing for those messages to come in. Not hanging on to anything, like even I'm letting go of grudges too. We have the Knight of Swords. There's a kind of restless sort of energy in there, really in the storm, huh? They're really in it. Maybe some of you feel like you're in some sort of big change right now. It could be a lifestyle change. It could be you needing to defend your beliefs in some way. Very assertive energy. Okay, so this is making me think of just again needing to kind of have that calm and avoid making any sort of impulsive decisions. But there's a difference between being impulsive and being intuitive and following your intuition, right? Following your intuition is not really going to come from a place of fear. It's not very emotional. It's just kind of, it just is, right? A lot of people report that, myself included. When it's my intuition, I know because it's like, it just comes in. Matter of fact. It's very matter of fact. So we want to make sure that we're fully in our power so that we're not getting, pushed out of balance by fear or whatever else is going on in our lives. What else do we have? Listening to that intuition though. Not acting out of a place of chaos, right? What else do we have? Some of you may want to just stay put or just wait something out. Oh, well, if it's the storm, that's obvious, right? Okay, so 9 of Cups here. With the optimism and newfound hope, this could sometimes challenges are opportunities for growth in some way, right? Sometimes there's even a silver lining to things, huh? I don't love that saying. I don't feel there's a silver lining to everything, but possibly with something you have going on. Maybe it comes from walking away or withdrawing or having to take a pause, take a break from certain things, and you realize maybe something about yourself or someone else that's kind of enjoyable. It's like maybe a wish come true even for some of you, and it could absolutely be something that's been inspiring to you or something you've been working on. What else do we have, please? So things you can do to ground the mind in the body. Breathe, hydrate, get cozy, bring in some beauty. Libras, we love our beauty, right? Bring in the beauty and the peace within your space. Make it nice. Page of Cups and 10 of Wands, both in the reverse. This is a relief from stress, is what this is. It could be a message, a relief from stress. It could be some sort of something that maybe was an insecurity or a disappointment or something that you felt was a vulnerability. Yeah. It just feels like that burden's kind of lifted, or to relief. Maybe you're delegating. Maybe you're like, it's going to take more than just me to tackle something, right? Let's see what else we have. If you enjoy this reading and appreciate it, please show that by liking the video, subscribing, or leave a comment, hype, all the things. Okay, what else do we have, please? Okay, I'm picking up on the animal otter. So you may resonate with something, the otter is in the name, or otter in general. I believe that has to do with limitlessness, but I could find out in a minute here. We have the King of Swords. Look at that. I feel like this is it's tying into that otter energy. I know otters are really good mamas. So maybe you're having to be a really good mama right now, or not having to be. Maybe you just are, right? This is about using your skills, okay? That's what otter is. So I'm a fan of Ted Andrews, who wrote Animal Speak and lots of other books. And so otter has to do with recognizing your skills and others recognizing your skills, okay? So maybe you're in a leadership role, or you're heading towards one, okay? This is about being disciplined, being an authority in some way, being strategic. And I like that that's what's coming after that Seven of Swords in the next column here. So it's after you receive this intuitive information, maybe, or after you feel something in your subconscious can come up, and then you can actually act on it with clarity and direction, and so you have this nice balance of intuition and like ingenuity, thinking, So you're using the heart and the head kind of energy. And otters also are about using your creativity and your skills in a new way. So make sure you can work and have fun at the same time. It's important to enjoy what we're doing. What else do we have? And that's what's clarifying that fantasy, sensuality, affection. Does something feel right to you still? What else do we have? I will still be posting your reading tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I post every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. The times vary, but every Sunday at 10 or 10:10 is generally when I post the Sunday weekly forecast. But other times during the week, sometimes it's morning, sometimes it's afternoon. What else do we have for Libra, please? Clarifying that partnership, joint effort. Oh, wow. Okay. So partnerships. Okay. We have the devil coming in here. Okay. We're not going to stay stuck. This is about freeing yourself from any sort of excess or obsession or dependency, anything that's taking its power and control away from you. Anything affecting your independence or release. This is something that makes you feel stuck, this energy. So what are we going to do about it? What's the solution? Let's get another tarot deck out. Let me use the Ask Yourself Tarot. What's the solution? Get in the driver's seat of life here. Owning your own. Okay, let's see. So what situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? That can totally be the devil energy. So Five of Swords. So maybe that's something to reflect on. What is creating some sort of power struggle in your life, or who? What else for this, please? Let's clarify. Like, where does Libra need to create and honor boundaries? Okay. Stepping back, not allowing things like the news to influence you in your energy and cause fluctuations and all of that, right? I said fluctuations, okay? It didn't sound right, but I said fluctuation with an L after the F, okay? So is there any sort of, social pressure or feeling responsible for everybody else's emotions? Because we need to have that balance. We can't be carrying it all. And that's part of what that 10 of Wands in reverse is. Oh, so you have Queen of Pentacles. What situation in your life do you hold value to? It says. Are you the one who's always having to kind of keep it together, especially around the home front, or anything to do with your resources in general? The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful, right? This is someone who is creates comfort, really. And they deal with practical matters and things like that. What else do we have? So you have to feel comfortable and you have to feel valued, right? With whatever it is you're doing. And we also have the Knight of Swords, clarifying the Knight of Swords, and the Devil is the Knight of Swords. So what action needs to be taken to get something accomplished? And they're ready to use that sword, and maybe you're ready to use the sword, metaphorically speaking, to cut some ties to things that are just not healthy, that just feel like that sort of devilish kind of energy. What do we need to surrender to? Brings us right into that. What do we need to surrender to? Any sort of blocks? Surrender to prayer. Give yourself completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you'll be heard throughout the universe and answers will arrive. The support will arrive. And then we have surrender to spirit. My goodness, wow. So once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And I love that this card isn't just a passive approach, right? It's after you've done what you can do, right? Let spirit work some magic. Sometimes we do need to step back in order to see the full picture, right? Sometimes we're just exhausted. We need to get into our Four of Swords kind of mode. All right, let's see what else we have. Rest, Libra, if you can. There's that Page of Swords. So a little bit of learning. Maybe you'll be studying, doing something here. You could also get some sort of message here. It feels pretty direct. It feels pretty truthful. I like seeing that after the Seven of Swords. You know, feels like some of you may be getting curious about something new, something that could be very fulfilling and lead to abundance, aka some money. All right, what else do we have? I would like to get a few cards on love, some love. Let's clarify some love stuff. If you came here with a question about love, let's see. Cassette. So something could take some time to grow. There are outdated beliefs, maybe, old-fashioned conditioning, replaying events. Yeah. Some things, could be, when I see that Devil card too, it could be obsessive thinking and needing to really kind of break that record that keeps playing over and over, or in this case, a cassette, right? Telling yourself same old story. Maybe someone you were involved with, in a relationship of really any kind. It doesn't just have to be romance. Maybe they really did kind of instill within you some sort of, or they were created at that time anyway, these outdated beliefs about yourself, or you were kind of conditioned to believe things about yourself that simply weren't true. Now is your time. Use that Queen of Swords sword, right? And free yourself from whatever has kept you small, or whoever has kept you small. Free yourself, Libra. We have in the air, the situation is still undecided. Well, that's always what you want to know or get when you come to a tarot reading. Oh, well, things are in the air still. No, but some things still are underway. It does feel like there are things going on that are pretty ongoing. I mean, it seems like when I see a Knight of Swords and I have some pages here, it does feel like some of you could be, if it is a relationship, dealing with some very immature energy. Yep, could be. And somebody who's kind of always on the move. Maybe they're fidgety, or maybe they're literally always moving, or they're always moving, switching jobs, or they're doing this one thing and then something else another. Yeah. And finances, prioritizing money over love. That could be a lot of you. Maybe you're actually just very focused on your career right now. And some of us, that's where we want to be, and that's fine. This is being career focused and investing in oneself, not just finances either. This could be any sort of resources. Let's see. Speaking of resources, let's get some money moves cards. What's going on with Libra? I'm going to keep this reading shorter than the others. I definitely wanted to get out here and give you something to watch before tomorrow's. Also, by the way, Libra, check out your other readings. I have also done your February one will come out this week, Tuesday, I believe. And then your Year of the Fire Horse one is out. And that's people are liking that reading. So it's a good reading. Check that out. Fire Horse for Libra 2026. Flexibility. So this is regarding your resources. Okay, so be flexible in your methods. Something is maybe negotiable. Some things are not, but some are. You have your non-negotiables, right? And then you have some things that they're not as important. You can be, you could adapt. Maybe you could make something work. Like maybe a job or something is like a little farther than what you'd hoped for, but you could make it work. You just have to adjust some other areas. You know, if it's something you're going to love doing, maybe it's worth it. And maybe eventually you will move closer even. So who knows? Just something to think about. Okay, we have fluctuation. Oh my gosh. Remember when I said fluctuation and I like really emphasized that I said fluctuation, and then we get a card that says fluctuation. What are the odds of that? What the flux, right? No, I mean, this is crazy. That's like change being in progress, ups and downs, back and forth. Some of you, yeah, it's like you don't know if you're coming or going. There's just so many changes happening at once. That could, again, that energy could sort of feel exacerbated when we have something like barometric pressure changes and, things just changing and bringing on storms and things like that. Again, the nervous system, and then our pets and our kids are more amped, and everybody around us is kind of amped, and, that kind of run for your lives kind of energy and all that. And it's like, maybe sometimes we need to just step back from that overload, right? And just allow things to stabilize a bit. And if we can't get the outside world to stabilize, we can at least control our inner environment, right? Okay. Hidden blessing. Let's check out some hidden blessings for Libra. Ooh, a sticky spot. Okay, be meticulous and patient. That will lead to blessings. That'll help you weave your own web here, being very meticulous, getting things in order. This could be an opportunity for that right now. You're sticking to something, right? Really stick to it. You also have a partnership here coming in, possibly as a blessing. Could be related to money, financial things in general. So prioritize your connections. You have a collaboration coming in. Maybe you're preparing for that even. Reaching out to some people even. Oh my goodness. So you have new beginning. And what was this one? This one was out first. Bright ideas and new beginning. Look at all the rays of light. Absolutely love this for you, Libra. Beautiful. So let those ideas come out. Write some things down or record yourself into your phone if you don't like to write. So we have taking action on your ideas and hitting that reset button. This is a fresh start. It's a clean sweep. Clean sweep. It's a do-over. It's maybe you're trying things out. You're testing new methods. This is innovation. Okay, I spoke earlier about your ingenuity as well as, and interestingly enough, we also had Otter come in, which can have to do with your own skills and limitlessness. So I feel like your ingenuity knows no bounds. Okay, you're not actually trapped. You're not as trapped as you think. Not if you use that brilliant mind, body, soul, light of yours, right? You put all that together, it's a perfect recipe for success, for happiness, for a life you'll love. Let's see, what else do we have? There's a chance, absolutely a chance to reset, reconnect with the intuition, and remember, rest is also productive. Okay? It's also worthwhile, also productive. So we've been getting this message lately too, Libra, about knowing when to wait and knowing when to go. Let's see what these cards say. Divine timing, friendships, and stop. Yeah, exactly. Knowing when to wait and knowing when to go. And you have stop. So for a lot of us, yeah, now is a time to stop. Gaia is providing us with an opportunity to pause. Okay. It says the conditions are not safe to continue on a certain path. Allow the universe to right any imbalance. Remember the fluctuation. I mean, I love how all these cards are talking to each other. You have friendships here, so you could be meeting new people. Again, you have that connection coming in. So now you have 3 cards that are signifying connection. So this could bring new energy, new ideas even. Just fun too. We need to stop. We need to have some fun sometimes. What brings you joy? What gets you going? It's important to make time for that. That's just as important as anything else. Divine timing here. Some spiritual wisdom coming through. This is about having patience because nothing can occur until the conditions are completely ready. So trust in that divine timing. What else do we have? Libra. Let's get you some angelic or galactic angel messages, I should say. There's another deck calling my name, actually. It's literally calling for me. So we have signs from spirit. We're going to use that. Notice the snowy bear in the background, all that. All right. So if you're enjoying this and you would like a personal reading, I am running a Reiki and reading special as well as a one question reading, 10-minute video, like a very affordable options. So I like to try to make everything accessible so everybody can get some kind of reading if they'd like it. But yeah, the info is at schoolhouseintuitive.com. Readings are still open. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Like ups and downs, no kidding, right? Find your footing here. Life's full of ups and downs, twists and turns, bumps on the road. That is so funny because we just had that fluctuation. So you've got this though, right? Keep moving forward. Reconnect with nature. You'll discover a spiritual connection. That is so true. And I think that's going to tie into the signs from spirit, whatever that is. I just have a feeling. And your number cards for Libra. Oh, ooh, 666. Leave doubt behind. Release and heal for greater things to come. Please do not fear this number. I know some people fear it. If you fear it, you're just giving it power, right? Don't strengthen it. It's just a number, okay? I do hear about that. People don't like that number. It's some things are not as they seem. That's what in it. Whenever I see this, I think of, maybe this will help too. When I see the 666s, I think of 6 3 times, and it reminds me of the moon card because 3 times 6, 18. We had the moon card, and it's like it's an illusion. It's only going to if you feed into it, the fear, you make it more real. But if you reframe it and you take control of how to view something, it no longer has power over you. You have control, right? There's that, saying that people say often. I don't know who the original person is. That's up for debate, but it's that they've been using it in the field of psychology for years. It's fear is false evidence appearing real, right? Something like that. So anyway, there's a sign of balance again. There it is. So you're turning your dreams into reality. There you go. You're able to change something that maybe you thought wasn't going to happen. You didn't think it was going to. I just feel like a lot of you were like so close to giving up, and I hope you're really glad you didn't give up on something, because a lot of you, we may have, unrest going on in different parts of the world and storms and everything else that's been going on, and still, your dreams, you can still focus on joy, right? It's allowed. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to enjoy life, regardless of what's going on. You don't need permission, right? What else do we have? So signs from spirit. Tell us a story. Fill us with magic, wisdom. Help us grow. What do we have, please? Well, I'm shuffling. Now's a great time to hit the like button. Subscribe. It's all free, right? Okay. Ta-da. Let's do this one. Book. Oh, and interesting. You have the Page of Swords. One of our learners, our studying kind of energy. So you have information can be a valuable resource, and it's important to use knowledge with care and integrity. Being a student requires humility. Yeah, be ready to learn new things. What else? Nymph and troll. Okay. So you have the ability to transform and grow on a soul level. Remember, it's often in the simplest things that you discover the greatest joys, right? Playing with your pet, taking a walk, you know, eating a delicious piece of fruit. Like those are the simple things in life, right? We have Troll here. I'm just talking about that, and then you have this there's a hot looking troll here. Okay. All right. Is he smoking? Oh, it looked like he was, wow. All right. I thought he's not. He's not. So see clearly, be brave, and prepare to transform obstacles into opportunities for personal growth. Stay the course no matter what. We've talked about that in this reading. Love it when it fits. Oh my goodness. Wolf keeps showing up. And I love it too, because again, it reminds me of the moon energy. And Wolf came through, I think, in your yearly reading. I did a whole month by month breakdown of the 2026. Yeah. Okay. So the power of wildness and the spirit of freedom call you to break free from limitations, explore the unknown, and reignite your inner fire. Let your inner fire guide you. Let it keep you warm. Let it comfort you. Okay. That part's not on the card. I made that up. All right. Okay. So balance will be found in knowing when to act, when to be still. So, yes, get prepared, prepared for whatever's next for you. Rest, have fun, let the quiet restore you, and believe in those dreams. That's what I have for you. Thanks so much.